And the girl said, I'm drawing a picture of God. And the teacher told her, but nobody knows what God looks like. And the girl said, they will know in a minute. Nobody. This story just want to tell you. Everybody have an image of God in his or in her mind, and you can draw a lot of dreams in your future. And this is why we come here and to join the program with the local students, foreign students. And in this program, we ask everybody to put your textbook away, and we just get a pen, get a paper, and a computer, and we form a group, and then we can discuss to each other and make our own dream to make it come true. And now let us welcome our father of our big family, Dean. Yes, I agree.
Actually, I don't need the old teacher. I don't really need the microphone. Can you shut off? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, very well. Okay, right? Oh, believe it or not, this is my first class for undergraduate students in Taiwan ever. So I'm very excited to teach you here. Right? I've been a teacher for 40-some years, and I was born in Taiwan. Right? I've been out of country for 40-some years. So this is my first re-entry. I just took up this assignment to build this new school. And our next speaker, David, told me this is the first English class in entrepreneurship ever. Right? So I think that maybe in some way it's a historical moment. And I think it would, you may find that the classroom is a little bit awkward. Some of you are sitting the wrong way. Please feel free to turn around a little bit, because later on you will find out why we are sitting as a group. Right? Because the class is designed as a team. Right? And so I'll explain a little bit more about it. Now, I've been teaching entrepreneurship for since 1998. I've been teaching this subject. Okay. I guess in those days, a few people talk about entrepreneurship, and if you try to spell entrepreneurship, you find that most time you need a spell check, because the word is very awkward. It's original from French, right? So it's a bit awkward. So you can try it. Most of you need spell check to get it right. And after you a few times, and you learn how to get it right. Okay. So what are the issues in entrepreneurship? Since I started teaching some years ago, I found that there are so many ways, and people wish to have entrepreneurship to like a cookbook, right? You can learn entrepreneurship from step 1 to step 100, and then you become an entrepreneur, right? But I think that Taiwanese has a wisdom on this. I don't know your parents told you or not. 行一架二行. Have you heard about this word?
Yeah.
Huh? Right? It's very hard to born. Not only mothers, but also fathers. Very difficult to give birth a businessman. Right? In our vocabulary, there is no such word as entrepreneurship to be always a businessman. So in such a way, very difficult for you to, like thermodynamics or the quantum physics or Newton's gravity or calculus or whatever. You can go through that step by step. So since there is no straight, direct answers, right? So what we can do, right, is we are inviting many different teachers, right, coming in to give them different perspectives. So you learn from this one perspective, you find that the way we teach you will be different. Because there is no straight answer to, even you get an A+, I cannot guarantee you will be the best entrepreneur. Right? There is no guarantee. Right? Instead, I will try to help you to learn the process. How do you learn to be a good entrepreneur? Right? There are several characteristics of being a good entrepreneur. I want you to feel it, internalize, right? And be part of it. Right? So let me go through, what we try to achieve. Right? Let them go. Oh. Okay. Okay. We try to learn that what's entrepreneurship? Essentially, you try to create value. Right? How do you get, how do you add value to society? Right? I mean, in my, okay, often we think, right? we can learn things. We go to, learn engineering, learn science, learn business, learn accounting, learn all this. We acquire knowledge, right? But in order to be successful, just knowledge itself, it's not it's not a guarantee. Right? I mean, I already told you, nothing can guarantee you. Right? There are skills, right? And also your attitude. Right? How do you combine this skill and aptitude and the knowledge together? Right? And that's the winning formula. So why do we want to focus on value? Because we are to see that that's directly. If you add value, then you will be able to extract value and you will be able to deliver value. Right? So where the value comes from? Do you know how the value comes from? Where do you see the value you generate? How do you do it? You do something different, right? How do you do different? You innovate, right? Because what do you, how you do things differently? Because that decides the value. Right? When I was a kid in Taiwan, I was, when I was a child, I always wondered why some people live a better life than others. Right? And in the very hot summer days, I say, how come some people are sitting in the air-conditioned room and poor me to stand under the sun? And in the old days, there were very few places that had air conditioning. But I know there were such things as air conditioning. And you said, how come some people can produce more? Why do they produce more? Right? And that is the question. I mean, even now I still wonder. I have the same question. Why people produce more? Because they do it differently. And that way, the way they do it is better than the way I'm doing it. And that's why they're doing better. Like, of course, I'm doing better than some other people because I'm doing it a better way than the other people. So how can you find the best way to find the value, deliver the value, and that will be the very key essence. Okay, how we choose the view of entrepreneurship. Okay, so we also want to discuss the very different aspects of business creation. Okay? How do you create a business? And how how do you come up, how do you build a team together, right? Because today, there's no way, very difficult. Yes, we have someone like Steve Jobs, right? We all recognize that he produced a lot of good things, and we are using them, from computers to. But he also failed several things. I don't know if you remember Newton. Have you heard about these things called Newton? He failed too. Eh? People forget about it. Eh? There was, people. He has tried to create value, and some work, some doesn't work. But how do you learn from the mistake and then able to generate values? Eh? So we'll talk about how do you see the need. Eh? How do you go through the business information? How do you consider risk? How do you take risks? How do you form teams? And how do you, define these different elements of entrepreneurship and put them together? So, one thing what I want to assure we can accomplish is get you interested. Right? This is two credit, general education course. Right? We're not going to get you scared, because the thing about entrepreneurship, that's only 40 years, 40 years professor or 60 years professor can do it. I want to make you can do it, right? I want you to feel you have confidence, interest to do it. I think that's very important. Okay? So we're not going to have very difficult exam for you, so you can relax, right? There's going to be a lot of equation for you to solve. Right? But I want you to feel generate your passion and interest, so you can move forward. Right? So this is how we will do it. Right? First of all, now I want to tell you why we are sitting this way. Do you know the people in your team? Do you know? Huh? Who knows who are friends in your team? Right? Anyone has friends in your team? Not supposed to be, okay? Right? We purposely, to have people of a different background together. But that team is a little bit strange. You know why? How come we have 4 girls, 1 boy? Used to go out by lucky, by lottery tonight. Because you guarantee you get something.
Just don't let my girlfriend know.
Huh?
Don't let my girlfriend know.
No, let your girlfriend know. We won't report. That's very strange, okay? But in general, we have very diverse team. We try to keep the team. You have a lucky boy. Wow, we got 2 lucky boys. You can buy lottery too, right? But in general, we try to have students of different backgrounds, right? So you have engineer, accountant, okay? 2 of you know each other, and we purposely do that way. We want to have diversity. Why do we want to have diversity? Are we crazy? Why do we want to have diversity? Why do we want to have diversity? No new people, okay, to know new people, okay, but this is not a social club. What is the reason?
Generate more ideas.
Generate more ideas, right? Because if people are all together, you know, how many new ideas you can get from your roommate? Because almost whatever he knows, you know also, right? How can you get the new ideas? Very difficult. But you talk to the different people of very different background. You get new ideas, different perspectives, different approach, right? Different cultures, okay? Different backgrounds, right? Different way of thinking things. Right? So we want to have a diverse team members. Right? So we want to make sure you don't know anyone, right? And of course people of different background, even different a boy and girl, you see from different angle to see things. Okay. Second is we would like to see you. Now you have different people, right? Some people say, I don't like to work with Koreans, right? Because they dance in a very strange way, right? Or I like to work with you know, whatever countries. Okay? I don't want to, because we want to find a way to work with other people. People of different background. Okay? Because you always say, hey, these guys come from different places, they have different approach. Okay? I just don't like that way, because he likes to eat spicy stuff. Okay? And you know, I don't like the people who have to eat spicy stuff. You know, smells different. Alright? I want to see how you can see approach things differently, and we can work with them and to integrate their you know, ideas and integrate their thinking and so on. And so that will be, you know, to learn how to collaborate, how to give and take, okay? How to work together, okay? And that's the second part of the approach. And I want you to be creative, to innovate. Let's just come up something different. You will also think about, is that possible? Right? Is that something you will be able to realize? Is that feasible? Right? And you always think about, you know, what's the big difference between creative and innovation? Is something that can be implemented. Right? So we always think about feasibility and not just being something different. Now I want to be interactive. Right? Don't want to think that, you know, be there. Don't just waiting for broadcast style of teaching. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to, you know, we're going to ask a lot of questions. Okay? I would like to get you involved, but today is mine's the first lecture. But I think when the day comes, he has a lot of questions. You look at his slides, it's so empty. You know, what the heck? Does he know what he's talking about? He must know. Right? He's been doing these things. He's quite famous in Taiwan. Okay? He's teaching this stuff and know how to get students energized. Okay? So I would like to, you know, to get you to participate. Right? You are here. Today is Saturday, right? You're supposed to stay with your girlfriend, right? You are here. Right? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pick on you, okay? You're so lucky, so I'm jealous. So I want to, you know, be able to stay interactive, right? Responsive, right? And if you disagree with your teammate, right? Talk it out, right? Don't just say, you know, I want to be polite, you know. Then, you know, you're not going to be able. Try to challenge your teammate, right? And then we can, you know, we can come up with different ideas because we will be able to get your teammate to think, right? Or get your others to really, you know, come up with different thoughts and ideas. And last, right? I want you to have fun, right? You know, I feel good, and you can, you know, you come home and tell your girlfriend, hey, I have a very fun weekend without you. Okay? So you feel good about it, okay? And you have fun, so you would like to continue, okay? So I think this is, I want to stay fun. If you're unhappy here, you know, come and talk to me. I'll make you feel good about it, okay? So we have two teaching assistants here, okay? We have Connie. Okay, Connie, she has been busy preparing, okay? And then we have Chu Xiu, okay? Both of them, okay? Watch out, okay? They're going to keep track, are you interactive or not, okay? And part of your grade is you're interactive, okay? They are great, right? We have grade for the class. We have grade, right? Yes. Right. These are, you know, our key instructors. For this, yeah, there's you know, we're part of your grade is your you know, your participation. Okay, class participation.
The result of competition.
Yes, that's the second part. Okay, the first part is your participation. Okay. Okay, first things. Oh, I didn't put it here. Try to be on time. Okay. Because we have different teachers, and most of the teachers come from different places. You know, David, when you must have been first term in this
No,
morning.
I actually came last night.
Last night, okay.
So that we can be on time this morning.
So he was here 8:30 already. He knocked on my door at 8:30. I said, today is the first time I met him. So I like you to be on time. Okay? Can we be all on time? Huh? I teach all these classes all over the world. Actually, I'm going to teach in Germany next week. Okay? And my class is always on time. I demand that. Okay? I like you to be on time also. Okay? And try to be on time today because we have some confusion in set up the class. That's okay. Okay? So we have you didn't know, so you are not guilty. But next week we should be on time. Okay? And also right after the break we should be on time too. You should turn off your cell phones. Okay? I don't want you to be browsing. I mean, if you want to browse, you should not take this is not a required course, right? There's no one. I mean, we got the class. So we really don't want you to do anything else. Still participating game, okay? And only one person talks, okay? Except during the teamwork session, right? I don't want to be like a quick market, right? And this is the first time I teach in Taiwan. So this only other countries. Only other countries like that. That's event, right? So no, we have a one person talk, right? And that's how I teach, right? I went to. So I want to talk about it because most of my work, I spend I really this is only talks I give, right? For all 6 weeks, I'll be here for all this, for all the workshops. So for 1 week I could not make it because I'm out of country, right? So every week we have 2 workshops, right? Every week we will have 2 workshops, right? One workshop is during the lunch hour. And then you may say, hey, why can't this getting you to work during the lunch hour? So I will provide you lunch. Right? We will have lunch. Right? There will be lunch and you can eat and talk with your teammates. Right? And during the discussion, there will be topics for you to discuss. Right? I'll give you a topic. Right? And then there will be a problem for you to work on. Right? And each team, right, your group, whom you don't know, right, will have a lucky draw, right, about a topic. Right? There are 10 topics, pre-assigned topics, and depend on your luck. Right? I mean, luck doesn't matter. Right? Sometimes you have good luck, you were born in a good place. Your hourly rate is $27, 27 US dollars. And you are unlucky. You were born in the wrong place, will be 27 cents a day or sometimes a week. Okay? So luck doesn't matter. So you are lucky draw. Okay? And you draw what topic you're going to work on. And President talked to me last week. He is very excited about this class. He is coming, our President Lee. Who come here to listen to your presentation and give the presidential award for the first prize. Whoever the winner of this, of the team. And you can put on your resume, you receive presidential award of entrepreneurship. The first ever entrepreneurship at Montreal University. I think your chances of getting a job will be much bigger, right? You can put on your resume, right? And I will certify you.